Good morning, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Okay, perfect. So we're just going to wait for a little bit more people to come in and then we can get started. Sorry about the late starting. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Sorry for being late, guys. I'm packing. I'm in the process of packing. So it's been a long week thus far. But I'm excited to get into this week. If you guys haven't already, I have created a schedule. So this is the schedule that I want to stay with. When it does come down to, maybe the changing of times and stuff like that, I will create like a poll somewhere in the near future or whatever. And we can go from there and create a different time just in case if my time for my residency and all that stuff interferes with what we got going on. But nonetheless, hopefully you guys are excited about the new schedule that I put out. So if you don't know already, Mondays is going to be Markup Mondays. So we're going to get into the market and we're just going to mark up the market, get you familiarized with how to mark up with the market, things in that nature. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, that's when we're actually going to be trading, getting some money. As I already told you guys, I really just trade 2 days out the week because that's how I make my profits with US30. Again, like I told you guys, you literally can make $500 per day, Tuesday and Wednesday, with US30 and make $1,000. Or you could just make $500 for the week or $100 for the week, whatever your goal is. So Tuesdays and Wednesdays is going to be trading. Tuesdays is, I believe, it is trading Tuesdays, and Wednesdays is going to be grab your pips and dip Wednesdays. Thursdays is going to be terminology Thursdays. So this is when I am going to bring up many different terminologies that we use within the Forex market. It's almost like a class session in a way, but not for so, because you guys will be engaged. You guys will understand. It will be a lot of stuff coming from the Candlestick Bible. So if you don't have a Candlestick Bible now, this stream will be perfect for you guys, just to kind of get a little bit more clear understanding of that. And then I said terminology Thursdays, and then Fridays is going to be Q&A Forex Fridays. So Q&A is just basically, whatever questions that you didn't get answered throughout the week. It's just more so of like a chill relaxation Friday. Fridays are typically the slowest day of the week because now the market is starting to close for us on our end, but it's still moving. So yeah, Fridays is just basically having your Q&A, all your questions answered from me as best as I can answer them, and then that's it. So hopefully you guys are excited for this week, but let's get into it. Oh, sorry guys, excuse me. Can you guys hear the music? I decided to add music to our sessions because it's just like quiet, very quiet. So I added a little bit of music, spazzle dazzle, just to kind of, allow us to get into the zone, especially when we're marking up the charts. You just want to get into the zone. So I am going to give everyone 1 more minute to get in, and then we're going to get started. Welcome, 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 Rolling Cajun. Welcome. Thanks for coming and being able to join. As I stated today, today is Markup Monday, so we're going to just basically mark up the charts, get ready for the week, because tomorrow, Wednesday, um, tomorrow's Wednesday, and we are trading. Okay. So yeah, so if you guys haven't already, go ahead and go check out my schedule. I've created a schedule on this account. So you guys can understand, okay, hey, what is Wednesday? You already know what's the deal. You're making your pips and dips. Thursdays is more so terminology Thursdays. You know, we're just each week we're just trying to get better and better and better in the market. This is a learning process. Don't ever think that you know everything. So yeah, we're just gonna go from there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, V Bystar. Thank you, and thanks for joining in for today. So rolling occasion, I do not trade day by day, especially if there's not a good opportunity for me to get into the trade. So I'm not going to take it. For the people who have been streaming with me last week, they know that I'm not going to take a trade, especially coming with US30. The 2 days that I must trade, that I know I'll make my profits, is Tuesdays and Wednesdays. That's why I have you guys joining in with me. Now, if you want to trade every day, go ahead. But I found a pair that works for me, that I'm able to hit my target profits per week and be done for the week. So I normally just trade 2 days out the week. Right, exactly. All right, so we're going to get started, guys. Hold on, let me drink my little drink. It is just body armor, so I don't want y'all thinking I'm drinking nothing other than that. All right, so let's get into it. We're just... Ooh. All right, guys, so right now I'm on US30. Y'all already know what to do. Put down the two other pairs that you guys want to look at, and just mark up. I'll show you guys like my strategy of what I do each and every morning. And if I see an opportunity, I'm going to take it. If I don't see an opportunity during Markup Mondays, then I'm not going to take it. All right. So we got EUR USD or GBP USD. Y'all really like those pairs. Y'all know those move exactly the same. All right. So we're going to go with that. Of course, we're going to start off with US30, because I really want you guys to really understand. All right. So we're going to go with GBP USD or EUR USD. Okay, perfect. All right. So first things first, whenever I get into the market and mark up my charts, I always make sure I'm looking at my time frames. This plays a big role, because a lot of times whenever we get into trading view or into the market itself, like MT4, we never look at the time frame. We end up being on the day chart, and then we're trading the day chart and not realizing that that's why we're losing money. Because again, guys, I'm going to always repeat it. Each candle is formed within the certain amount of time that you're looking at. So if I'm looking at the 15-minute chart, it's going to take 15 minutes for one candle to be formed, okay? If I'm looking at the hour chart, it's going to take a whole hour for one candle to be formed. Vice versa. If I'm looking at the 1 minute, it's going to take 60 seconds for a candle to be formed. It just keeps going and going. So if I'm looking at the day chart, it's going to take a whole 24 hours for one candlestick to be formed. So when you think about it, if you have 24 hours for one candle to be formed, all those other time frames, like the 15-minute, the 1 minute, the 2 minute, 5 minutes, all those other different time frames are going to affect that one candle that is forming in a day. Okay? All right? So again, anytime you look at the chart, first things first is the 15-minute chart. Okay, you're gonna look at the 15. If you don't work on the 15, that is perfectly fine. This is what I do. You can look at the 5 minute, you can look at the 1 minute, but I always look at the 15. 15 works for me. This is my time frame that I like to work with. From there, I like to mark up my chart. Going on TradingView, I always like to go with the horizontal line. It's just easier, and I always like to make it like a different color. So the first thing first that I'm looking for, I'm looking for my flat tops, my flat bottoms. I'm looking for my same wicks. I'm looking for my same wicks at the top, my same wicks at the bottom. I'm looking for my harami candles. Okay, so again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, we're going to bring it all back on Terminology Thursdays. Okay, so you guys can definitely keep your questions and things like that, because again, we're going to keep it organized and keep it grouped up. So all the questions that you have based on terminology, we're going to get right into it on Thursday. So again, if you don't have it already, I need you guys to write it down. If you guys don't have this already, y'all need to go ahead and go purchase it at piptalkplanner.com. I just restocked, so you guys are able to grab yours. Thank you guys so much for getting my planners sold out. But for the ones that do not have a planner, I highly, highly, highly recommend you to get a planner, especially to document all of your trades, especially for when you are trying to do your taxes, or just to kind of see your overall growth within trading. If you don't really know what you did in the past 2 months, it's like, how do you know if you can get better or get worser? So like I said, if you haven't already, go ahead and go purchase your Pip Talk planner. It very much helps. I'm using it right now. You see how, yeah, I'm using it right now. So just go ahead and grab it. All right. So again, I'm looking for my flat tops, flat bottoms. I'm looking for my same wicks at the top, same wicks at the bottom. It does not have to be identical. And then I'm looking for my harami. Harami is basically your shorter candle with your big candle. So if you see your shorter candle here and your big candle right here, that's your harami, okay? So I can post the link. It's basically just Pip Talk. www.piptalk. Well, yeah, I can't just do the link. Hold on. I'm making things difficult. And I have 2 different versions that you guys can use. I have to take off the code because I was doing a code just because I was graduating that year, or this year, for that day. So do not mind that code. But other than that, there's the link for getting your Pip Talk planner. All right. Okay. So right now, I am looking for, as I stated already, my flat bottoms, all of that good stuff. So I always try to make my colors different from my candles, just so I understand, okay, boom, this is my support line, and then whenever I make my resistant line, we go from there. Also, guys, when it comes to making your support and resistant lines, a lot of you guys suggest changing up the colors of your support and resistant lines. So if you have a support line, you make that like blue, and if you have a resistant line, you make that purple or something. The only downfall behind that, and if you guys have seen my recent video or the video on YouTube, the only downfall of creating all those different colors is that pretty much you're going to confuse yourself over time, because then not only is your support line going to be a resistant line one day, then you'll have to change the color and stuff. So I don't do all that. I just have one solid color. After a while, when you start getting comfortable and marking up your charts, you're going to start realizing, like, what was the point of even trying to change up all those colors? Because your resistant line is going to end up being a support line, a new support line. So it doesn't make sense to create that. All right. So I always try to complete a big, spacious, resistant and support line. That's my main goal. So as you guys can see, y'all see where the market is at, right? The market is here. So since the market is here, I'm going to now create more support and resistance lines to where the market is at, because I want to definitely make sure that I'm able to get profit. Okay, so again, I am going to look for the same thing. So this is my same flat tops, right? Going in for that. You guys can also use the Heiken Ashi candles, but I prefer the regular candles. It's just me. So whatever floats your boat, whatever you're more comfortable with, you do something that works for you, okay? That makes sense to you. All right, so we see a lot of flat bottoms, keeping it here. All right, we're gonna do it again. So I like this little area here because every time that it hit this area, it went back up, and then it finally broke through, and then it went up. So I'm gonna put an area here just in case, because you never know. Okay, so now this is my resistance line, this is my support line, but now this is my support line, this is my resistance line. And that's what I was telling you guys. It doesn't make sense if I was to make this blue, then this purple, but now this is purple, and then this has to be blue, and then this is still blue. That's just too much going on. You see what I'm saying? So hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. So this is my support line, this is my resistance line. Now this is my support line, this is my resistance line. Now this is my support line, this is my resistance line. This is now my support line, this is my resistance line, okay? But overall, this is my resistance line, and this is my support line. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay? All right, so hopefully that makes sense for you guys. All right, so right now we're looking at US30, and this is why I don't trade US30 during Mondays. It's just moving slow. US30 moves very fast. So right now, a lot of times that you guys have been trading with me, especially last Tuesday and Wednesday, it has been moving really fast, has great volume added, is doing what it needs to do. So right now, I'm not going to even mess with US30. I could possibly get in for a quick sale and have my TP1 here, but I'm not going to do that because that's not enough pips for me. That's not going to hit my target goal. So I'm just going to keep the money that's in my account now and just keep it pushing, okay, and wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're getting up by 9 o'clock, and we're going to get into some positions and go from there. So the reason why I said it's not enough for me is because it's only going to give me 140 points with US30. And usually I always get in US30 at this type of movement here, but I was too late. So if I would have been here, I would have been at 324 points. That's a lot of points working with US30. It's a lot of points. And that's the points that I'm aiming to target for my 2 days out the week. And that's what happens, okay? So, yes, again, 124 points is good, but what if US30 wanted to reverse itself? Because that's what it does. What if it comes down here, right? Because it didn't want to surpass this level, and then it shoots up. So that's why I don't even want to take this risk and have it hit here, and then, no. So I always want to get in at the beginning of the trade, because when I seen this opportunity here, and that's why I say Terminology Thursday, y'all gonna learn so much, it's gonna be crazy. Because when I learned this stuff, I was like blown away when I first got started with trading. I was like, what? Is that easy? Like, are you kidding me? Like, I was so upset. So if I would have send these candles right here, and I'm gonna circle it for you guys. If I would have seen this transition here, I would have got in for a sale, and I would have created my sell, not my sell stop, my take profit, which is my TP. I would have created it here at my flat bottoms here, as you guys can see it, and my TP would have been 31,997. look at this awesome opportunity. And it definitely hit that. So look at this. We got at 196 pips. It's not bad at all, especially with the lot size that you're dealing with. I mean, not pips, points, guys. Sorry. And with Terminology Thursdays, I'll kind of explain to you guys the points and all that stuff with US30. But today it's just about marking up, trying to get familiarized with marking. So yeah, so that's what I mean, guys. So here, this is now our support line. So if it breaks past our support line one more time, then I'll be confident for this hitting the TP1 here. But if it does not want to pass it up within the 8 minutes that we have left, then I'm not getting in. And that's why you guys can understand why we didn't get in last week, because what did it do? It started going up and we were looking for a sale. So that's why I want you guys to understand, okay, when is the perfect time of getting into a trade? Don't just automatically get into a trade because you see a red candle forming, or you see, you just see a differentiation forming. Don't do that. You want to wait. So that's why I created my support line. If this candle decides to surpass my support line, that's when I'm getting in. But the only way that I'm getting in is I'm going to wait until 7 minutes. Until this candle is done forming after 7 minutes, and it decides to go beneath this support line, that's when I would get in for a sale. So a lot of you guys ask me, how do you get into a sale? How do you do this? Blah, blah, blah. That's exactly what you do. Okay? The next step to it is that, let's say you walked away from this trade. Let's say you walked away from the chart. You're not going to look at the chart until maybe 12 o'clock. Or whatever the case may be. That's when you can create your pending orders. So I always tell you guys that I always do pending orders based on my time frame, because I'm either going into work, or I'm busy doing something on the run, have errands, whatever the case may be. That's when I do my buy stop, sell stop. So a lot of you guys understand that I love my buy stop, sell stop, because really with the buy stop, sell stop, I know that when it hits the price line that I want it to be at, which is 31997, once it is activated there, it's going to be activated where you don't have to even go into the market and look and just analyze all day, every day. Because you may not have time to do that. You may not have time to sit here for 12 hours or 8 hours of your day to find trades. Because I know I don't. Okay, so if you know that you're a busy person or you have a very busy schedule, your pending orders are going to be your best friend, especially if you know how to use them. So if I was very eager to get into a position here, right? If I was very eager to get in a position here, I would have got in for a sell stop, right? Because a sell stop meaning I want my trades to go in for a sale, but I want my market to have me activated in the market at this price line, which is 31997. So when you do a pending order, they're going to ask the price line. You put the price line that you want your trade to be active. From there, you put your TP. This could have been your TP. But you may say, Samara, how do I identify if this is going to be a good sale or if this is going to be a good buy? Okay, so that's a good question that a lot of you guys always ask me all of the time. And that's perfectly fine, because again, this is a learning experience. Don't ever feel like your questions are stupid, or don't ever feel like your questions are just not, I guess, like, don't be embarrassed to ask questions. I want you guys to be open. I want you guys to feel comfortable, because that's the only way that you're going to learn. So even if I don't know something, I'm always going to go and research and do what I have to do, my due diligence of understanding what is going on. Because at the end of the day, Forex trading, there's always something new. It's always a new strategy. It's always a new pair. It's just something that is always changing, just like the world of medicine. Medicine is always changing. So that's how I look at Forex, and that's why I like the both of them, because when it comes to medicine, it's always changing, and when it comes to actually trading, it's always changing. So I don't want you guys to feel, like I can't ask her questions. No, ask me questions, Because at the end of the day, this is going to help you, because I'm not going to sit here and hold your hand every time you get into a trade. I want you guys to be comfortable and confident enough to get into your trades by yourself. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to depend on someone else. You don't want to do it, because when you do it, then your emotions start going off, and then it's just not a good mixture, okay? All right. So just from looking at this, can y'all tell me what the market of US30 is doing? Is it going in for a uptrend or a downtrend? Y'all let me know down below. Ooh, down below. Y'all let me know in the chat box. Let me know. Let me know. What do y'all think? Is it going for an uptrend or a downtrend? Looking at it naked. No trend lines, no nothing. All right, so I'm not even looking at the chat box right now, but if you guys are looking at what I'm looking, then you are correct. I'm looking at a downtrend. So overall, if I see a downtrend, do I automatically get into the trade? Do I automatically get into the trade just because I see a downtrend on one time frame? No. We need reassurance. We need more proof. We need to know that we're 100%, not 100%, that we're at least 80% certain that we can get into this trade for either a sell or a buy, okay? Never just get in because you see your 15-minute chart is in a downtrend or uptrend. Do not do that. It's not based off of that, all right? Okay, so, and sorry about this, guys. The reason why I'm on the free Trading View channel is that my actual Trading View charts are different, and I want to start off with like more of the basic terminology indicators for you guys before we start elevating up, if that makes sense. So I don't want you guys to be like having so many different strategies right now because you guys are still fresh. So that's why I'm still using the new one. But again, if you're just using resistance lines and support lines to make your profits, keep that strategy. All right. So hopefully you guys said no. Right. Good job. So right now I'm going to go off to my hour chart. So a lot of you guys can actually, you know, if you want to go off to 30-minute chart, 45 minutes, so be it. So whatever time frames that you want to work with, okay? All right. So I'm going to go off to my 1 hour. Just looking at it at a naked angle. Y'all tell me, is this a downtrend or an uptrend? And then if you don't know, just say, don't know. It's perfectly fine. You don't have to know everything. Right, so this is our downtrend. This is on the 1 hour, right? This is the 1 hour. All right, next time frame, we're looking at the 4 hour. All right, y'all tell me what y'all see. The 4 hour. This is the 4 hour. What do y'all see? Perfect. And it doesn't have to be a perfect trend. So it does not have to be a perfect trend. Okay? It does not have to be a perfect trend. Okay, so what I'm doing here is just giving you another reassurance that this is a downtrend. Because if this was the uptrend, it would have been just like this. This is your uptrend. Your angles would have been like this. Okay, so I want you guys to understand what is the uptrend and what is the downtrend. So you guys see what I'm doing? This is your uptrend. This would have been an uptrend, okay? And this is your downtrend of what we got here, okay? And the one thing about it, when it comes to trends and stuff, you can trade with trends only. I know some traders now that just trade with trends. That's all they do. Because technically, this could be your sell stop and this could be your take profit. So whatever works for you, works for you. If you see that you make more money from a basic strategy, use it. Don't ever feel like you have to use so many indicators to make money. You don't need to. The less is better, because you never know when MT4 or TradingView decides to take away all those indicators. Then you don't want to be stuck and be like, what am I supposed to do? Especially if this is your only income, okay? All right, and then y'all tell me, this is the day chart. What does the day chart start to do? Correct. I agree 100%. Downtrend, downtrend, downtrend. I agree 100%. It's starting to form that downtrend. Reason why I say that, because at first it was at an uptrend. At first it was showing us an uptrend. Right? But now it showed us this. Now US30 is trying to sink. Okay? So y'all see that? So anytime that you guys start forming, if you ever decide to do trend lines, right? If you ever decide to do trend lines, right? Anytime that you see your diamond being formed, this is your diamond. Okay? This is something that I learned whenever I always, kept doing, marking up the charts and stuff. Anytime that I seen my diamonds and I seen that either it went up, my diamond, if it went on this end and it kept going up, I know that the market's gonna keep going up for an uptrend. But if it decides to move out of my diamond on this end, I know that now we're about to go into a new transition of a downtrend. Does that make sense? So that was another technique that I always used to do back in the days of, getting into the market and just kind of have a better analysis or observance of what is the market going to try to do now. So if I seen that the market hit my line here, and after a day, if it passed this line, I knew for a fact that for the rest of the week, it's going to be a downtrend. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see what I'm seeing. Okay? All right. Okay? So before you ever get into the market, I need you guys to look at 3 other time frames to determine that factor. You need to know the hours, your days. Your hours are very important. I don't care if you just do 2 hours and then 1 day. I don't care if you do 15 minutes to 45 minutes. You have to do something in the hours. You have to do it because you want to be able to get into something where it takes a whole hour to make your money. Because just in case 15 minutes you get in for a downtrend or for a sale or a buy, it may not instantly hit your TP right there and then, but based on the 2 hour or based on the 1 hour, right? It's still going in for a downtrend and it's going to hit my TP. I know for a fact I'm going to get it, if that makes sense. I'm going to make my profits. So I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you're looking at the 1 minute. I don't care if you're looking at the 30 seconds. Okay? You need to write down one of the hours. You need to analyze what in the hours you want to work with. I do 15 minutes, an hour, 4 hours in a day. You have to make sure you're looking at 3 other time frames. Of course, you can't look at every time frame because we're only one human being and we only got 2 eyes that God blessed us with. But other than that, I need you guys to know if the hours is not within your time frame to look at, you need to reevaluate what you're doing, okay? This was a big, big thing that messed me up when I first got started into trading. I never looked at the hours. I always either looked at the 15-minute or the 30-minute. And then I'll run to the day chart. forgetting about the hours, this is what messed me up. Okay? So I hope you guys understand how serious it is to make sure that you look at your 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, whatever. Always look at my 1 hour and 4 hour. Okay? So that's pretty much it for Markup Mondays for US30. You guys say y'all want us to look at EURUSD, GBPUSD. When it comes to those pairs, they move exactly the same, or they move the same, I would say. Not exactly the same, but they move the same. Okay? All right. So the tip with the diamond, that was my tip. I created that. It's funny how I created it because I wanted to basically create something that was easy for me. Again, guys, when I first got into trading, I did not know nothing. And then on top of that, I was in pharmacy school. So I wasn't trying to read books at the time. I wasn't really trying to understand Forex because I was already studying long times of periods. So I was just trying to get in, and I was really just trying to take trades and go. Like, to be 100 with you guys, I was just trying to find someone who can trade for me and keep it pushing. But I realized that I was losing more money taking people's ideas and stuff like that. So I actually took out a whole week during the summertime, and I went down in the paint. That's when I read the Candlestick Bible. That's when I started messing around with indicators. And with the trends, what happened was I kept seeing the diamond, and I'm like, what's going on? I kept seeing the whole trend. You know, I kept seeing the position of the candles moving where the diamond was at. So anytime that I see the diamond, I get excited because I'm like, okay, if it surpasses this angle, I know it's going to keep going for an uptrend. If it surpasses this angle, I know it's going to go now into a new transition of a downtrend. So that was my idea. It's probably, I'm sure somebody else created it or whatever, but, you know, because it's around the world, I believe. Like, you know, if you think of an idea, somebody else around the world probably thought of it too, if that makes sense. But yeah, that was something that I thought about it. It did help other people because they're like, wow, like that makes sense now. So again, whenever I do analysis and stuff like that, if I find a new trick idea or something that's easy for us or for myself, you know, I tend to keep that as a good tip. So yeah, the tip with the diamond is not in the Candlestick Bible. The Candlestick Bible is just talking about the different candles, what to look for and all that stuff, but we'll get into that on Terminology Thursday. All right, so y'all want to go with EURUSD? EURUSD. So now that we know that with US30, it's an overall sale going on, and today it's just not moving the way I want it to move. Tomorrow, that means that we'll be looking for what type of opportunity, a sell or a buy. Exactly. So tomorrow we'll be looking for a sale. So if you have the Pip Talk Planner now in your hands, or if you have a just plain piece of paper, tomorrow you know that you'll be looking for a sale opportunity. So that's the whole purpose of looking into the market on Mondays, okay? So yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to be looking for a sale. If the market decides to switch up, we can always look for a short buy. But just by looking at the analysis of the day chart, we know that it is an automatic sale that we want to go for the US30. Okay? So now I'm on EURUSD. Before we get into anything, what's the first thing that I'm looking for? What's wrong about this chart right now? What's wrong about this chart? Y'all let me know. What is wrong? All right, Dream Nico. Okay. Do y'all agree with him? I agree with him too. So yeah, that's the first thing. As a trader, you need to make sure you're in the right time frame. That's first things first. First thing first, you need to be at the time frame. You need to be at your time frame. Because you don't want to be in a position where you didn't marked up all the charts, did what you did on the wrong time frame, and then now you didn't got in at the wrong time frame. Don't want to do that. That's one mistake that a lot of beginner traders make. And it's normal. But to reduce that from happening, I want you guys to get in the habit of making sure you're in the right time frame. Okay? So yeah. So we are in the 15 minute. Before that, it was the 1 hour. So we converted it back to 15 minute. So what we're doing now is just by looking at it nakedly, I want you guys to just kind of get an idea. Looking at the 15 minute, what do y'all think the market is doing? What trend do y'all see that the market is doing? Where do y'all see consolidation at? Do y'all see consolidation? Y'all let me know. Right, I see a downtrend. And then do you guys see consolidation occurring? Did y'all see consolidation in the past? We know that the market right here is here. The market is moving here, right? But did we have some consolidation in the past? Yes, I agree. Consolidation was here. This is where consolidation was at. This is what I mean in the past. This is where consolidation was at. When you see that your market keeps going up and down, 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 that is consolidation. That is consolidation. Okay? When you see that your market is going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, for a beginner trader, I advise you to step away. Just step away. Okay? Until you see that the consolidation is broken. Okay? I want you guys to get into the habit of getting into the market whenever you see that the market is moving and that it is going into a trend. Do not go into the market with consolidation as a beginner trader. Okay? And then once you guys feel more confident, things like that, we can then eventually get into trading consolidation areas because those are easy money as well. Now it doesn't want to do. Doesn't want to slide. All right. So, all right. All right. So perfect. First thing we're going to do, guys. I'm just trying to zoom in so we can get a clearer picture of what's going on. First thing we're going to do, guys. Okay. So we're going to mark up this chart. Use our horizontal line. I see my perfect, y'all see this? Flat bottom. That is a perfect flat bottom. I'm going to tag it. Okay? That was another perfect flat bottom. Okay? But my market is here. So I'm going to do this. This is another good flat top here. The reason why I didn't cut it off at the Wicks is because, again, Wicks are going to tell you the future. So since it surpassed our resistance line, possibly, because I won't tell you that every time that it surpasses your resistance line or your support line, it's going to tell you. But Wicks are your future tellers. They're like your fortune tellers, literally. Wicks are responsible of letting you know what the market is going to do. It's not going to happen right away. It may happen in a couple of hours. But what the one thing about Wicks is that it's going to let you know an opportunity is possible. Okay, it's something is going to occur, and that's why I tell you guys, Wicks are your friends. Don't ever think that Wicks are not. But the reason why I cut it off here is because I want to for sure, if it starts to reverse, I want to for sure have my TP hit here. Okay. So then we're going to go here. All right. This is the perfect. Okay. This is really clean here. This is my support line. This is my resistance line. Okay. If I wanted to keep going, I could have done here, but I'm not going to mess with that unless this bad boy decides to move down here. Now, let's say you are just so eager to make money, or you're just like, man, Samara, like, I can't wait. Okay, that's fine. You're just going to have to keep creating support and resistance lines. So you can create your support line here, but the only difference with this is that if it surpasses this within 12 minutes, I mean, what can you do, right? What can you do besides go in for a sale? So one thing about it is that you want to just delete that, okay? And just wait. Forex is just about waiting. It's a waiting game. If you're just that eager to make money, you're just going to have to keep creating support and resistance lines. This is another opportunity. Y'all see this flat top right here? And it's the same wick. You could have did it at the flat top or the same wick here. And now this is a good view to see, okay, if it surpasses this level, then I can go in for a sale. And this will be my TP. This is my TP1. So if it surpasses this level at 1.04150, I'm going to go in for a short sale. But the only thing about it is that, okay, yeah, it went in for a sale. It broke out into a sale, right? It broke out into a sale. But what's now happening? What do y'all see? Yeah, I did break out into a sale in the past. But what do y'all see now? What do y'all see that I'm seeing? It started an uptrend. I'm not even looking at the chat, but I hope you guys are seeing it started an uptrend. Where's the diamond at? Y'all see the diamond? Do y'all see the diamond? Let me get y'all a cleaner view. Y'all see the diamond? So again, if it would have hit this area, we know that it would have went what? It would have still been a what type of position? What type of position would have been? A sale, right? And then since it surpassed this area, this is telling us what? Since it surpassed our right-sided area, because you know it's never going to go this way and it's never going to go this way. With the market, don't ever think it's going to go backwards. It's not going to go backwards. It's always going to go forward. So your only angles are always going to focus here and here, okay? It's always going to focus here and here. So it went into a trend reversal, guys. So when I'm looking at it just here, I'm not even analyzing all my other time frames. Do I really want to get in for a short sale if my trend is starting to go up? Is this something that I feel confident into getting? No, it's not. I don't want to get in for a short sale. I want to get in for a long buy. I want to get in for a secure buy. Okay? All right? So whenever it comes down to retracement, retracement's always going to occur. Okay? Retracement's always going to occur. What I learned when it comes down to trading is that whenever you see that your support line, this is another good one. Y'all see, so let me take this off so y'all can see what I'm saying. So this is how you know it is not just a retracement. Okay? And then it's going to go right back down into a downtrend, right? The reason why you understand that this is not going to be a retracement is normally retracements are just going to happen for a short period of time and then it goes right back down. So for example, this is a retracement. That's retracement. Okay? Okay. Trying to zoom in for y'all. So this is retracement. This right here is retracement. Okay? So it went up, then it went down. So this is where it started to realize, okay, I want to go into a downtrend, right? This is retracement. This right here. Then it went back down. Okay? Retracement here. Then it went back down. A little bit of retracement here. A little bit of down. A little bit here. Down. That's retracement. But when you start looking at your trends, when you start seeing a whole different trend, that's not retracement. It's a different term for retracements. It's kind of like retracement, but it's not retracement. This is now a reversal. So another way of identifying that this is a reversal or this is pretty much a reversal, okay? Because I'm not going to go into the terminology because that's Terminology Thursday. Y'all trying to make me tell y'all too much. We going to get there. Hold on. So another way is that you're going to look at your support line. So when you notice that your pairs are starting, your candles are starting to hit your support line up. Support line again, then it went up, right? But it never went back down. I know that now the market is starting to decide to go into an uptrend. Now, let's say for instance, this is the same thing when it comes to your sales. Okay, so this was consolidation, so this doesn't count. Consolidation, we can't really do anything with consolidation, right? So now we're going to go into for a sale, right? So this is an example for a sale. How you know that the market's going to go in for a sale. I'm just going to throw something in there. Maybe right here. Just somewhere, okay? So it hit up here one time. Right. So it hit up here one time. What if I wanted to put my new resistant line here? Take this bad boy off. Okay. So it hit my resistant line. Bam. One. It went down. One again. Down. Down. Then it went up again. This is my resistant line here. Right. Then it shot back down. That's how I knew that it is a sale. So that's what I mean. Anytime that it hits your support line, your resistance line, so this is your resistance line. Anytime it hits your resistance line and it shoot back down, you know for a fact that the market is pushing the candles to go down. We don't know how long of a downtrend it wants to go for, but it does not want it to surpass our support or our resistance line. By vice versa, if that makes sense. So hopefully that makes sense. yeah, hopefully that makes sense, guys. I'm just trying to make it as basic and as easy for y'all to understand, okay? And then again, if you were looking at your trends, okay? So sorry. So this was like this was like a small buy. This is like a small buy here. This is where we see our diamond effect. Okay? So if you ever feel like, dang, I don't know, I really don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know when to get in. I really don't know if this is a secure buy or a secure sale. This is another way. So hopefully, like, this diamond effect really opens your eyes to really understand, like, dang, is that easy? Like, Forex is literally not hard to do. I don't want y'all to think, oh my gosh, this is so hard. I don't want to do Forex anymore. Don't ever think that. And that's why we are doing Markup Mondays. Okay? Of course, how we continue to do Markup Mondays, there's going to be many different other techniques. This is just the beginning. I wanted to kind of just throw something in there for y'all. Okay? So we're going to take this off. Now we're going to move on to our 15-minute chart. Our hour chart. Okay? Our hour chart. What is our hour chart doing without us even trying to even mark up anything, to even try to even do our trend zones and all that stuff? What are we seeing? Sorry, guys. I'm eating. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Trend reversal. So, do we want to go in for a sell or a buy for EURUSD? Right, we want to go in for a buy. Exactly, I agree with y'all. We want to go in for a buy. Y'all are absolutely right. Okay, so then we're going to look off to the 4 hour. 4 hours doing the same thing, right? It hit us one time, it went up, then it hit us another time, and it never hit us back. So I want to go in for a buy, right? So this will be my buy here. Okay? And y'all see how it says we have 2 hours left until this candle is completely formed? That's what I mean. That's what I'm telling you guys. Okay? We're going to look at our day chart, see what the day chart is doing. Okay? The day chart is now trying to formalize our reversal trend. Okay, so the day chart is going to always be behind our other time frames, because why? Those time frames are shorter. Okay, so I don't want you guys to be like, well, the day chart, it's still showing a downtrend. You always want to keep in mind that the day chart has 24 hours. It takes 24 hours for one candle to be formed. It only takes 15 minutes for the 15-minute chart to be formed. Okay. All right. So the 15-minute, 4 hour, all those have already accomplished what they need to do. It's only going to happen on the day chart. Okay. All right. I'm going to just end up having to buy this trading view thing, because I don't like that it always kicks me out and I have to keep repeating So right here, if you guys had got into that opportunity, it definitely could have hit our TP. Because again, we're going in for a buy. But if you wanted to get in for a quick sale, this is your small TP here. Your TP would have been 1.03966. But again, I don't trade on Mondays. And that's another day. You guys want to figure out what days you want to trade. You do not have to trade every day. As long as you're hitting your targets, if you're on compounddaily.com, if you're on that calculator and you see that you're supposed to make $5 for the whole week, okay, not per day, because they may say based on your account, you may have $100 in your account, and it may say, okay, well, you just need to make 50 cents for today. You need to count up how many days of that week, Monday through Friday, count up a whole total. So you can just trade for 2 days, 3 days, or 4 days. If you decide to trade 5 days, go ahead. But I don't trade those days. So again, if you wanted to get into this small sale, you know it's already moving. It's about to hit my TP. So that's on 12 minutes. So hopefully if you got in, you probably would have made a couple of pips. Okay, a couple of money. Okay, couple of money. 11 pips. That's $11 if you're using a dollar lot size. It's not bad. It'll probably hit your target goal for today. Again, if you wanted to get in, this is another opportunity here. Okay. So this is your TP1. That's your TP1. If you wanted to still get in, TP2. This is your TP2. TP2 is at 1.03938. This is when you get your I can't even talk. This is when you get your trading journal. And you pull out your TP1s. Look, it's about to hit my TP2 already. Hopefully you guys were able to get in and get some money when I told you guys, because this was the area that I told you guys earlier. And that's why I say it's very important to journal what I be saying, because the market just moves so fast. This was the same exact area that I told you guys earlier. If it surpasses this within the next 12 minutes that it was at, we are definitely going in for a sale. And look what it did. Look what it did. It definitely did what I said it was going to do. Right? So that would have been my sale right there. If it surpassed this support line, I would have got in for a sale. And that's what it did. Okay? All right. So when is a good time to get in for a buy? All right. When is a good time to get in for a buy? A good time to get into a buy is whenever it surpasses this area here. If it reverses and it surpasses my TP1, this is my TP1. Okay. Y'all need to write that down. If it surpasses 1.03966, if it surpasses 1.03966, okay, write that in the chat box to help you out if you don't have your journal. 1.03966. If it surpasses that area, we go in for a buy. Then now your TP1 is this. Okay. Your TP2, I'm trying to create another TP. It's your TP2. The reason why I'm confident is that these Wicks told me that it's going to go back up here. That's why I know I want to get in for a buy. Okay? Because look at this. You get in at this TP1 right here for a buy. If it surpasses this area, it reverses, surpasses this. That's still $11. But if you decide to go for the TP2, it's about $25. Depending on what lot size you use, that could be 25 cents, $25, 2,500. The choice is yours. But I always say, make sure that you correctly leverage your account. Don't ever over leverage. Okay? All right. So these are my TPs, guys. So your TP1 is going to be 1.04079. 1.04079. If you decide to go in for a little bit more pips, that's okay. That's 1.04218. 1.04218. Okay. We already surpassed our trend line. So our trend line is going to have to move down here. If it keeps surpassing it, that means it's just a deeper. But this is a drawdown. All right, guys. So your girl is hungry. I do not want to eat in front of y'all because I feel bad, especially if you haven't eaten already. So, of course, we did not get to GBP USD, but again, guys, GBP USD is the same. You know, so go ahead and go on your account and look for some opportunities like we did today. And hopefully today was useful and informative for you guys. Hopefully you guys were able to learn something new if you haven't already. Comment down below if you guys like Markup Mondays, if this is something that you guys like that I added to the schedule. Again, if you haven't seen the schedule, just go onto my page here and the schedule will show you everything. But again, like I said, guys, don't rush the process. Let it come to you. But that concludes, I'm so sorry. That concludes this video. And thank you guys for joining. Get your mind straight. Get your mind correct for tomorrow, because tomorrow is money time. Tomorrow is game time. So I want you guys to get in on a better note. And from here, we're just going to keep on growing. So thank you guys so much. Y'all have a good rest of your day on this great Monday. Peace.